Hey Peaches, what's up? So today I'm going to be showing you guys what I've been wearing for running errands or just kind of some quick summer makeup. I say something similar towards the beginning of this video once we start in the tutorial, but I wanted to go ahead and say it here too that if I'm not in the mood to wear makeup, if I don't want to wear makeup or whatever like that, I don't want anybody to take this video as me saying like, when I don't want to wear makeup and I feel like I have to anyways. That's not what this is. This is just something that it evens out my skin tone a little bit. I do my eyebrows and mascara and that's pretty much it. And it's just what I'd like to do right now when I'm running out the house to do some errands or even sometimes for work if I can get away with it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. It's not going to be a long one hopefully, so we're going to go ahead and get started in it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so before you leave today and leave me down below what video you would like to see next on my channel so I can go ahead and film that for you guys. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so before I get started in this, I just wanted to go ahead and cover a few little bases. Number one, if I did not feel like wearing makeup, I wouldn't. And I feel like that's something necessary to say at the beginning of tutorials, especially like this, where I think it could be easily misconstrued that I think I can't go out without makeup on. That's not true. I would go out in a minute like this with my hair crazy and everything and be fine and cool with it. A lot of the times when I go out to dinner with Dustin and we're just like gonna go grab a quick bite to eat or whatever, this is literally how I look. So I'm comfortable with it. I want you guys to be comfortable with it too, because the thought of always having to wear makeup or like thinking that you're super ugly without it just breaks my heart, the thought of that. So I'm saying that too so that I can let you guys know that this is makeup that I do when I don't want to go full on glam, but I do want to have like a little bit of something on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pretty quick tutorial, I think, because it's uber easy. So I do have a damp Real Techniques sponge. It's just a smaller one. I like to have one of these already handy because typically I like to use that for underneath my eyes. So I do like to go ahead and prime even if I'm not doing a lot of makeup, just because I feel like it's helpful in your in look. The one I've been using a lot actually is from Maybelline, and it's the Instant Age Rewind Primer. I mentioned this in another video that I uploaded not all that long ago, and I've had this for a long time, but I haven't super loved it, and for some reason I really super love it now. This is just a really good one. It feels really good on my skin and it does not break me out, which typically this consistency of like the silicone, I guess is what this is, the based primers that feel silky like this. Normally my skin has a problem with them, and my skin doesn't have a problem with a lot. I need to shut up. Also, you're going to notice a lot in this video that I use my hands. If I'm trying to run errands, this is like my quick thing. So I do use my hands a lot, part because it's just easier, you don't have as much to clean up, but two, because I've tried to create a routine where if I was out and about and I needed to do a touch-up, that instead of needing like 16 brushes to do it, I could just use my hands if I absolutely had to. Just make sure that your hands are clean. So you guys may or may not agree with this, either way is fine. I do like to fill in my eyebrows. Those are like my favorite parts of life. So I feel really complete having those done. Really, if I just had my eyebrows done, I think I would be like pretty confident, honestly. So I start with my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Pro Pencil I've talked about before. It's an eyeshadow primer, but it's also a color corrector. And I just do that towards the end of my brows to get that product to stick a little bit better. I do a little bit towards the front. I'll blend that out with my fingers as well. Okay, so I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown for my eyebrows, and then I use my MAC, this is the Studio Finish, I always say Fix, I don't know why, Studio Finish Concealer, and this is an NC15. I'm real pale, so it looks pretty good, but it is a little bit lighter for around my brows, which is something that I like. So I'm just going to fill my brows in. I have a tutorial up somewhere on my brows that I can link down below if you guys want to watch it, because I have not changed a lot at all. It's pretty much the same thing that I still do. Okay, brows are done. The front of this one, if you guys are noticing, looks a little different. It's because I have no hair that grows at the top of my brow, so I kind of have to just play around with it and make it look like it's even. That's probably the longest process of this entire thing, I can honestly say, because I love to do my eyebrows. So, for the rest of my face, for concealers for underneath my eyes, I like a couple different ones, but my most favorite that I always go back to is the Revlon Photo Ready, which is just a stick. It looks like a lipstick. But it is obviously concealer. This is the best luck that I have with a cream concealer for underneath my eyes, so I like that one a whole lot. It does a really good job. And then the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, just like the primer, this is from the same little line, so I'm going to use this one today. If I'm feeling like that my dark circles are pretty dark, like super dark, I'll use the Maybelline Master Prime. I tell you guys a lot that this is one of my favorites to prime my under eye area with because it's brightening. So I just do a little bit on the inner corner and then underneath as well. And I find that this makes a really big difference. And I'll blend that out with my fingers too. Yeah, look at that. It's crazy. So crazy. And I'll go ahead in with my concealer. I'm just going to start with dotting that on in a little triangle. I like a lot of coverage too. I always have to throw that out there when I'm doing a tutorial because I use a lot of makeup underneath my eyes, which is counterproductive, but what can you do? Then I also like to put just a little bit on my chin because you guys know I shave my chin, so I always have a little bit of redness down there. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge and blend that stuff out. Thumbs up if I've already lost you guys at this point, like this is too much makeup for an errand day. Then I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB. This is the BB cream that I told you guys I've fallen in love with, and I like to put this on with my fingers as well. This is a really good tutorial if you don't have a lot of tools also. So I just get a little bit on there, and it looks really dark. That's why I've started to use my fingers to apply it, because I found that the application's a little bit better if you at least start this way. It might just be me, but that's how I feel. So I just kind of dot everything around so that I have coverage everywhere, and then I'll pat it around and go ahead and blend it in. You definitely could use a brush with this, and sometimes what I'll do if I feel like I don't have enough coverage, I'll do this and then I'll go back in with a brush and some more product on there to get a little more, but typically this isn't about coverage for the rest of my face. I do like my under eyes to be bright and everything, but as far as evening my skin tone out, that's not my primary goal. So that's it for foundation and concealer, believe it or not. Now to set that, because I do have oily skin, and I will say that the BB cream I feel like kind of slides around if you don't go ahead and set it, which won't be a problem if you bring it with you and you want to kind of do touch-ups, but I don't really want to do that today. So this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I've had this one for a while as well, and I wasn't super impressed with it at first, but used it a second time, and then a third time, and then a fourth time, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Also, for the BB cream, the sole purpose of that isn't really like to have a full, thick coverage all over your skin. So if you're looking at your skin like right now, I can still see some marks, and the BB cream does not guarantee like it covers all your imperfections. So just a fair warning for you guys, don't buy that and think it's like a full coverage foundation. It's not. It's just for kind of a quick cover-up deal. So now for eyeshadow. I'm not going to wear any eyeshadow, but I am going to take my Lemonade primer. This is from Benefit, and do that all over my lids, and then I'll set it with a powder. Either I like to use my Rimmel that I just used, or the RCMA translucent white powder, which I will probably use today. So for the rest of my face, I will either put blush or bronzer on. I typically don't do both, and I typically choose bronzer over blush, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I do like to contour my nose a little bit too, because once you start doing that, that's such an essential step to your makeup. So I use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. This isn't the light one, it's just the normal one. And I get a shadow brush, and then I will carve out my nose. Then for my face, I take my Too Faced, a little black book of bronzer, and I typically combine Milk Chocolate Soleil and then Chocolate Soleil, which is these two in here. That's milk, and then that's just the regular one. And so for the very last thing I do, I like to go ahead and put my mascara on. So I've been using the Maybelline, the Falsies Push-Up Angel, and also the Colossal Big Shot. Put these in frame here. That's what they look like, and they have done really good. I love the wand on this one because it's so different from anything else I feel like right now. It only has bristles on one side of it, so it's really good for separating and lifting your lashes, and then I go back in with my Big Shot. Okay, so I pretty much like my mascara how it is without the second coat on, so that's just the Falsies Push-Up Angel on my top lashes. So now I'm going to go ahead and fix my hair so it looks a little cuter, and then I'll be back for you guys. Okay guys, so that is it. I did want to throw in what I normally do for my lips though, because I don't think that I mentioned that during my video. So the Vaseline Lip Therapy is my favorite thing to throw on over this liner from Milani. I've used this so much it's hardly even a pencil anymore, but the color is 04, which I think is most natural. I've sharpened it so much I don't even have the name on, but I just kind of line my Cupid's bow and then the middle of my bottom lip, and I kind of start going out, and then I'll blend that with my finger, and then I just put some of that Vaseline on top. And so then that is everything. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was super quick and super easy and maybe not for everybody, but anyways, it's just what I've been liking to do right now for summer, so I hope that it was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.